Morning, everyone. Nice to meet all of you. Hope you are doing well. Intro, I'm Themba Mahlangu. In short, I'm a property investor. I've got a career in the energy sector, and I'm also a real estate agent. Okay, when I started, actually, as an investor, I was reading one of the rental management book. Then I came across David's book, bought it, read it, and then I also do YouTube videos a lot to watch them. And then I came across one of David's YouTube video interview, and then after that he left his contacts on the video, and then I managed to contact him. And we set appointment, and then yes, that's how I get to know David. And then he tell me how does he do his business and all the stuff. Then I got interested, but it didn't get well at the beginning because I was actually referred to join the brokerage firm that are within my area, and then I was rejected. Then I said, wow, then my career is not gonna happen if I can't join any real estate agency firm. And then, for 2 weeks or so, I was really worried to say, actually, I'm not going to grow in this property industry. I sit back, but I said, why can't I go back to David again? And then, yes, he agreed to my call, and we made another appointment. And then that's how I got to I got to join Chorus. And then, yes, at the beginning, it was a little bit a struggle. We went through everything, how to generate leads and everything. Actually, we used to have 2 weeks follow-ups and all the stuff. And then, we went through everything. And then I started doing cold callings and then doing door knockings and then letting people around me to say, guys, I'm a real estate agent. And then I did the business cards for myself. I did the boards for myself, and then I started posting them all over, and then that's how people got to know me. And then I just accelerated. But the best strategy that works for me currently, it's door knocking. I do door knocking often, of which that's how I get most of my mandates. And then I do cold calling, but it doesn't really work for me, but I still do it. I'll encourage all of you to practice that strategy as well. And then yes, what I basically do actually is I always browse Property 24, look at the properties that are in the market in my area, and then I target a certain area to say, let me focus in this area for this week. Maybe I'll browse and then maybe drive around out that area. For sure, I'll pick up 1 or 2 properties, let's say, on the web. And then when I drive around, I'll see them. Here's the property that I've seen on the web. And then I'll just go to the property, let's say late in the afternoon when people are back from work and all that stuff. I'll go there and knock and produce my business card and introduce myself and say, can I assist in selling a property? Out of 10, I get 8 yeses. Because when I do these door knockings, I believe that the sellers got the feeling, they see you, and then they've got that feeling to say, okay, no, it's true. Guys, you can check me on the market, Property 24. My listings are there. Yes, we've seen your listing, and then they welcome you, and then you get the mandate, and then you list it. Then the list goes in and on. I remember, I think 3 weeks back, I was sharing with David that actually it was one Saturday afternoon after I did my browsing on the web and all the stuff. I went out, I managed to collect 3 mandates on that particular Saturday from afternoon up until 5. 3 mandates. The following week, two of them are closed. Offers in, and then I managed to close them. So what I would like you to do, guys, is actually the consistency. I think is the most important part of it. We must keep motivating ourselves, as David stated earlier, that guys, we mustn't expect someone else to motivate you. Be self-motivated, always push yourself. Yes, it's doable if you put, you've got the courage, you put effort, and then yes, you can make it. Because I motivate myself. I found David. Today, the agency firms that rejected me, they say, Themba, come and join us. They report to me, to David, to say, Themba is doing so and so and so. But it's fine. But because now they just want to get rid of me and all the stuff, or I must just join them. That's what's happening currently. So please, let's push, guys. I believe it's doable. If I can do it, I believe everybody can do it. As I've stated that I've got a full-time job as well, but on my part-time, I do property on full-time, let's say part-time, but the way I'm doing it is as if I'm doing this on full-time basis. So let's please motivate ourselves. Let's do it. My other advice is, please don't if you want to collect a mandate, don't focus on the, let's say you're in Soweto. You cannot do the whole Soweto in a day or so. You just focus at a certain area, maybe for that week. I can guarantee you, you will collect that mandate. Please, in your areas, guys, let's do that. Focus in this area this week, that other week, focus on that area, and then up until you cover all the areas. And there and there, okay, the leads, maybe at some point, they will come to you if you are really doing well. If maybe you are making those sales, you have got those good mandates and all the stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I can share on my side. I can take any question if you have any.
Can I just ask, Themba, so thanks very much. Hoping that everyone can hear me, but so Themba, when you say door knocks and cold calling, are you talking about just a general database that you're calling, or are you talking about specifically Property 24 and private property listings that you called for? So if you can just give us a little bit of attention as to what you mean by door knocking, and what do you specifically say, and then what do you mean by cold calling, and what do you specifically say?
Okay, by cold calling, guys, let's say, for instance, maybe when I'm searching for properties on the Property 24 private property, there are some listings that they will have the street addresses, the house number, and then I will pick those properties and then have them on the list, and then go to visual agent. That's where I'll find the info for the owners or the seller, and then yes, I'll start calling them, introducing myself, who am I, and all the stuff. Then ask them if I can have their mandates. That's part of the strategy that I'm using. But as I've stated to say, going around certain places, seeing sales spots. Okay, sometimes it's rare to find sales spots displays on the property, but I can even pick up from Property 24 to say, I've seen this property, it's been listed. Then I go to that particular property, then do the knocking, and then Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I'm so Themba Mahlangu, I'm an agent around the area, and I have the mandate. Then the yeses, they come. But even though if you can't find those sellers, sometimes maybe tenants are there, then that's where I'll choose to do the cold calling, go to visual agent, find the seller, and then yeah, that's how I run.
Okay, cool. So what I'm inspired about Themba about is that he's got a sense of natural courage and not really understanding what rejection is, which is really cool. And so yeah, we need to just get that on ourselves. But I quite like the fact is that he's illustrating the fact is we've spoken in the past about being a mayor of your area, or the king or queen of your area. So if you know your area, you're driving around, you're part of the community, you're going to start recognizing pictures that you see on Property 24. All of us should have listings, by the way, alerts on the areas that we're operating in. Property 24 and private property have property alerts. We should be having that as a given, so we know what listings are coming up on our area. Those are the basics that we should be having, guys. So, and then we're going to start getting a feel as to what's going on in our area. We're going to be recognizing properties. You know, there's probably 1,000, 2,000 properties in the areas some of us may operate in small areas such as 400 or 500 properties, over a period of months, you're going to start getting to know what's going on in your area. You should.
That's correct.
So yeah, so what I'm taking out is the fact that Themba knows his area, getting to know his area, and in fact he just does it. Tell me, Themba, when you knocked on doors in the beginning, remember in May last year, you said in the beginning of May, you will get a mandate by the end of the month. I think you missed it by one day. I think you got 2 mandates on the 2nd and the 3rd of June. I mean, tell me about that journey in May. Like, why didn't you get a mandate up front? So, like, what is your hit rate in the beginning? Like the journey of May that you were trying to get that mandate, which you didn't land a mandate immediately. Tell us more about that journey.
Okay, yeah. After we went through our sessions, David, I was quite pushed a bit because I know that whenever we meet, we must have something that is productive.
Yeah.
So I was pushed to say, at least on our next meeting or so, we must have a progress. We cannot keep on talking about one thing over and over.
Yeah.
And then that's when I've started now searching for the properties that are for sale, and then started to look at property 24 and private property. And then yes, I think I did manage to get 4 mandates within that particular month. Yeah, the first month things didn't go well, but yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that month, about that so-called didn't go well.
Yeah.
What are some of the experiences that you got, which taught you to be able to land those 4 mandates in June?
I think the main focus when I was starting, I started focusing on the, on the sectional title units, and then it didn't work out well for me. Then I said, you know what, let me try the freehold or standalone properties, and then yeah.
Why did it work out for you? Why do you think in your particular area the sectional title didn't work for you?
Yeah, basically in a sectional title, like when you go to the securities, because when you to the securities at the gates, yeah, sometimes not willing to disclose which properties are for sale in the complex. And yeah, you can see that, okay, there's this unit that is for sale, but you can't really point out which one is exactly. Then I thought, no, actually this one, it's dragging me behind a bit. But when I started to focus on the freehold or freestanding houses, and then that's where I've seen that, no, actually this one, it will work perfect for me. Then I started doing the freestanding properties.
Okay, good. So there again, that's part of our journey, is to, in some areas, sectional title is going to be better and easier.
Yes.
You are in a town, so your dynamics in a town is going to be different to, Sandton, for example.
Yes.
And what I'm realizing, the principles across the country, guys, is the same. The uniqueness of each area is a little bit different. And also, your uniqueness, the way you are, is also going to attract certain kind of properties.
That's true.
Okay, guys, any questions or comments for Themba?
Come on, guys, let's go.
Okay, Themba, I do have a question. So you said now when you go to people who are selling properties, you already tell them that, have you seen my listing on property 24 and private property? So I want to know, when you were doing it for the first time, how did you sell yourself so that people can agree into signing your open mandate?
Okay, yeah, if you don't have any mandates in place, as I've alluded earlier to say, when I started, I did my personal business cards, I did my personal chorus boards, I did it for myself, and then I produced those. And then you tell people, okay, yes, our company. And then when they see that, people, they don't have a problem. If you want to sell, people will give you a mandate. And then that's how I started. I just said, you can, yes, chorus, Google it, it's on the website, and then they see, no, it's happening, then it's fine. I just wrote just like that.
And that's one of the techniques actually you can use. That's a good point, is that you may not have a listing yet, However, we're part of a chorus team that's got, I don't know, about 150 listings in our chorus Powered by EXP team. And in with EXP South Africa, there's 1,050 agents with thousands. I think if you go to EXP South Africa, there's 5,000 or 6,000 listings. We are a well-known, very experienced brand within South Africa. And so if me personally don't have a listing, I use the fact that I'm part of a team that has lots of listings. Okay. So business area, you just have to work around that. And you can clearly hear that Themba just talks the talk.
Yes.
So any other questions, guys? Are we okay? Comments, questions?
Yeah.
For me?
Hi, Themba.
Hi, Pumi.
I must say it's nice to finally put the name on the face.
No, it's
I've
fine.
never seen you, but every time you attend the meeting, I make sure that I take your points and I make sure that I use those points. At some point, I see you as my competition. But I feel like everything that you do is the things that we do on our side. And every time that you advise people on the meetings, I feel like, okay, let's do this one. Let's see if we can beat Themba on this one.
Yes, that's good.
That's good.
I like competition on a progress, Pumla. That is very good to say. If Themba got 10 listings, I'm going to go for 50. That's a good competition. Because people, they compete by saying, no, I need to destroy Themba. Why must have 10 listings or mandates, whereas I'm sitting at 2? But if you compete by saying, I want to beat him, then that's great.
Good.
That's what grows us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What David said earlier to say, there are people, my goal, I think at some point I've reached around 40 mandates. But my goal actually is to have 60 mandates before the end of this year. And I'm working on that on a daily basis. And for another advice, guys, if you are really doing that good job, other mandates will come for themselves. You don't have to go and look for them. You'll just get a call and say, Themba, someone just referred me to you. Can you please come and take a mandate? Those days will come as well. But for now, as I'm not that old or more experienced in the industry, but yes, I'm always working hard to get there.
It's good.
I must say thank you. Thank you for always giving us the advices. I make sure that I always listen to the advices that are given on the group. We are competing with you and Andres, by the way.
That's great.
So every time when you guys attend a meeting, I'm like, you know what? I need to jot down everything that is being said by these guys, because I feel like you are driven. Like, so I just like what you guys do. That's it.